Big Cat Fluff and Amber coming back July with another episode. Pokemon Stadium, we take on Blaine because Dugtrio decides to go psychotic. Don't ask me why, but you'll see what I mean later. And I got two lackeys with me. Please introduce yourselves.
BrokeMage, man, I love psychotic Pokemon. I'm here to see it.
Lackey number 2, what it do? I'm ready to have some fun.
Yeah, Dugtrio in this episode just pulls some shit that just, I was like, okay then. Not questioning it, but what the hell? You'll see what I mean when he starts like coming out, because it's just like after that I was like, I'm gonna put you here so you can rest. Just rest. You've done your job.
It did good work.
Good work is an understatement. The only reason right here I chose Starmie over Lapras because Starmie is faster and hits harder than Lapras does.
Are you serious?
Yes, Starmie is faster and has a higher special stat.
Dang.
Yes, Starmie was a very broken Pokemon to give Misty for the second gem. I do not want to know why they did what they did.
Here comes the first opponent. An easy victory should be within reach.
They even have similar move types, although I think only main difference is Lapras gets access to a lot more one-hit KO moves in later generations, and Starmie gets access to 0 though, so technically you can make a one-hit KO move, or one-hit KO a moveset with Lapras, and you can't do that with Starmie.
I mean, you can do that with any Pokemon if you are skilled enough.
No, not like one-hit KO move, like I mean a literal one-hit KO, like Horndrill, Sheer Cold, Fisher.
Yeah, I'll make a joke.
Oh.
It's all good.
Sorry, it went way over my head, my bad.
No, it was just a bad joke.
This Pokemon looks wrong. Why? Take it down with.
But to stress about the one-hit KO thing, Dugtrio also has a one-hit KO on it, which is Fisher. And you're going to get to see that quite a few times in this episode. That's all I'm going to say.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided. There it goes!
We have a Starmie, as you can see, high special, and just one rounding this entire dude by itself. Starmie is no joke when it comes to being a good Pokemon. It is really fucking good. Type coverage, has self-recovery moves. Typically good Pokemon.
Yeah. Man, I've been sleeping on some of these Pokemon. Because I don't think I've ever used a Staryu or Starmie at all.
Yeah, Starmie, the only problem with Starmie is like in this game, he doesn't really learn anything but level up. You mainly have to just have the TMs to teach it moves. But that's the thing though, it can do well with like teaching it Surf. Surf's a good move for it, unless it's an HM move, and you don't really have to give it Psychic. But if you level up Staryu gets recovery on its own. And I don't think it's Psychic, but it gets like Psybeam on its own. That's already a good moveset.
The challenger needs to stay calm to earn victory.
Such a doofy looking page.
I think I remember the Snorlax, or this fight. I think I remember this fight. I can't remember if I do or not. No, okay, no, I don't. No, that's not this fight. So there's another fight I do against a Slowbro, and I don't know. I can't remember if it's during the gym castle, if it's like during the tournament. So I'll just talk about it now, just in case it's during a tournament that you might not hear me speak about it. But there's this one where it starts using Amnesia, and I have Snorlax, so I'm like, I'm not dealing with this shit. I just let Snorlax use self-destruct and kill it. Like, I'm not dealing with this shit. It started spamming Amnesia. I'm just like, no, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with a super powerful yet tanky Slowbro. I'm not dealing with it. No.
Body slam! That's a good hit! What'll it do? The special stat is down. Sparks are flying in this heated match.
But Who do you think, out of the gym leaders you've seen so far, would be a great guy to just go get drinks with? Great guy or girl to go get drinks with.
What Pokemon will be fighting next?
I'll say
Are the
Brock.
ones you already did?
Out of all of them in general, the ones you know.
It has to make up for lost ground. This is a
To me,
fight
it's a tie between Blaine and Brock. We're pretending they're old enough too, but Blaine and Brock, because I can see Brock just going ape shit, and that'd be funny to see. And then Blaine would probably have like some type of weird scientific / war stories to tell you nonstop while he's fucking drunk. It'd just be interesting to hear him talk while you're drinking.
That's also true, yes.
I was thinking of Lieutenant Surge.
Oh, that's right, he is a vet, so he probably actually has some stories. Or I think he's a vet. I don't know if he's still in the military or if he's a vet. I'm curious now. Is he a veteran or is he actually in the military?
Let's see who else.
Oh, it's started! What's this?
Yeah, I have to say, like, I think Brock would be pretty cool.
That's a miss.
I also think Sard would be pretty cool as well.
Affect the outcome.
Just like all the stories that they're talking about. Although I feel like Brock would get annoying after a while.
A decent hit.
Okay, no. So Lieutenant apparently he was known as a lightning lieutenant. That's why he has the LT. And apparently he fought in a war,
In this battle,
and he was American too.
fighting poses.
Huh.
But do they bring Pokemon to war?
Oh, it depends. Like the anime, not really, but like the manga, yes.
What will it do? Pokemon
The manga goes to some pretty interesting terms and stuff like that it goes into. Like Pokemon, like you can actually die and they're actually used to like actually hurt people and try and kill them. So the mangas, if you never read the manga and you're like, Pokemon's for kids, read the manga. What the hell are you doing, Dank?
Oh, sorry, I'm being fat.
Okay, you can be
It's
fat,
not
not
way
like
to be fat.
I realized as I was opening my piece of candy that I was right by the mic. I was like, well, it's too late now.
you can
I'm
be
so
fat
sorry.
and be quiet. That's fine. Just do it quietly.
Yeah. Big Cat, all you have to do is add the title ASMR to your video, it'll be fine.
What now? Yeah, it's a hit. How will the SWAT Pokemon fight?
I don't remember if I go crazy here with Dugtrio. I don't think I do, because
Severe hit.
you know, Dugtrio doesn't go crazy here. I think it's the next fight, the next two fights against the gym leader and like the person right before the gym leader. Dugtrio just goes stupid. It's just like, why? You see what I mean when it starts happening, but
Earthquake. Boom. And it's down.
sorry, Alakazam's animation is just so dramatic.
Yeah. And just like focus on his like cereal, his spoon too.
Yes, it's the next two battles where I use, I think, the trio first, and I get put into a weird situation where it's just like, well, I can't do shit, so fuck it. And things happen. So you'll see what I mean in a second. So I was hoping here he would leave with either Electrode and Muck or even Cloyster, and he didn't, so I was like, fuck, so I can't do anything because Earthquake's not really going to do much to Snorlax. Stake his shit, so I'm just like, fuck it, YOLO. And it hit.
Like hell yeah.
Oh, but keep watching. As I would like to say, but wait, there's more.
What's the accuracy of Fidget anyways?
30%.
That's good to know.
From the word go.
So you can understand better why this is like, an oh moment.
This is a fight between two different types of Pokemon. Ah!
It hit again.
Damn.
Why? Take it down with.
I can't remember if I go for a third time or do something else. I can't remember.
There's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokemon.
No, I just used regular Earthquake, so I could just one-shot with a regular Earthquake here, but it was this fight. It's also the next fight, too.
The battle has become one-sided. Earthquake. Perfect day. Down. That didn't take much.
So this is what I meant by Dugtrio wins like psychotic in this one episode, because literally one round at everyone. Fisher decided to hit twice in a row.
Like, you didn't even need your other Pokemon at all.
No, I didn't.
Like, did he even get hit at all?
No, he didn't get touched.
This is it. The showdown against Blaine, the leader of.
Yeah, so here I couldn't use Fisher because it was flying, obviously. So I had to kill it naturally.
Ah! No! This Pokemon looks wrong. What will the other side do? Nail the weak spot.
Well, that was fine because I don't really have much on a Dugtrio in any way, shape, or form.
What a flash! Block the weak spot. Wow! Going down! The next Pokemon is being prepped.
And I believe here is where the fun starts. I can't remember if it starts here or if it's like the next one. No, yeah, so I start with the Earthquake Burst and I'm seeing any damage I can do to it. And then it hits me with an Ice Beam, but I don't die somehow.
Man, that video was tanky.
Yeah, Cthulhu was hella tanky. And so I'm just like, Earthquake. For some reason I thought Earthquake wasn't going to kill. No, it wasn't because I needed to be higher to do more damage than that. It was barely above half. And so I'm like, oh, let's go for this. And I'm like, oh. So Fisher hits, kills it. And I think here I just Earthquake again. I think. I can't remember what Pokemon he has next. No, I think I actually Fisher again here too also, and it hits. If I remember correctly.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3 to 1.
Because I was just going to let Diglett or Dugtrio die, but he just decided no.
Wow!
I was just like, oh, okay then.
You just refused. Like, I'm going to survive. Fuck all of you.
Stay clear!
I'm like, oh, okay. I don't understand how this is happening, but alright. Question it. I was like, you did your job, buddy. You did your job.
Like, you deserve a present.
Quite literally. Like, what happened was just like, oh no. Giovanni's little gym league slash gym area, they fucking have legendaries. Like, one of the fucking Rocket Man literally have a fucking Moltres or Zapdos or something of that nature. It's just like, why do you have this?
Okay, so if you want to know the odds of that happening, if I did my math right, it is roughly 0.81% for all the figures connecting.
Yeah, Dugtrio and Psychotic was the best way to describe this episode. It's literally the best way to describe it. Like, it's not even joking. There's no other way to describe this other than Dugtrio once Psychotic. There's no other way to describe it.
You woke up and chose violence.
Here's the first opponent of this gym series.
He chose violence, but he didn't believe it. His master didn't believe in him.
was not expecting anything. That's why he got the rest after that, because he did a good job.
Here's the first move. There, it's a hit.
God.
So speaking of actually this gym in general, I kind of like what they did with it in Johto.
Neither one is conceding an inch.
Or not in Johto, but what they did with it in the Generation 2 games, where basically your rival Blue took over it
Fences down.
and you had to fight him.
Paralyzed on the spot.
And especially in Heart Gold Soul Silver, it became like a tactics type of like tournament. Like they weren't doing just simple tournaments; they were doing tactics related stuff, and it was beautiful because it was actually test of skill. Unless your Pokemon were just simply a high level, then it would just kill. But hey, I like what they did with that. I wish they would bring that back in every other generation onward, like the final gym, the 8th gym, not being a simple just this one type. No, it's got to be like I'm gonna screw you over.
Yeah, it should be more of a test of skill. Like, don't get me wrong, I am like terrible at Pokemon.
This is a fight between
But like,
two different types
if I get my
of
Pokemon high enough level, even I could win. That shouldn't be a thing.
Double edge.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
And it's down.
I think to a certain extent, it should be like that.
Pokemon is
Like,
being pressed.
not that you should have a cop-out way of doing anything, but the fact that they have multiple resources. How do I get up there?
The Pokemon are entirely different types.
Like, if you're going against a poison type gym leader
There's the attack.
and you don't have any antidotes, there should be another workaround other than just strength. I'll say it like that. Or something that's immune to poison, where they'll try to attack you with something that's poison, but it's also immune as well. Like, I think Roserai's immune to poison.
The remaining Pokemon
I mean, technically, I think there's ways to poison it though.
The 10th battle continues.
But it's like through your very, very specific ways to poison it. But yeah, no, technically, basically immune. But I see what you mean. But I'm just saying they should have like more tactics than just beat down with their typing.
Yeah.
Because even in the stadium games too, you have them having Pokemon outside of their typing. Especially like, for example, in Stadium 2, Erica, she straight up has a Vaporeon. Something I never knew she would have, but it's also a really good idea on their end because it basically gives her a way to combat fire types. You're just getting the fire, it's Pokemon just steamroll through her. You don't have to deal with a Vaporeon that's going to resist that and hit you twice as hard. So I don't know, I kind of wish they had more options like that where they like have counterpick Pokemon protect their own Pokemon.
Like, personally, I'm not really a big fan of like gym leaders having a specific type. Maybe more they have a different like fighting style, but maybe not a specific type. You know?
Well, I think the variety of Pokemon can help with that, where you have a Pokemon who is like absurdly weird in the sense of how it attacks, or what's their name? I know the name of it. I'm trying to think of something like what's that move where like you can only be affected by like status effects or something like that?
You can't be affected by status effects?
Like you can't attack the Pokemon directly, only it's like special type moves that can actually hurt it.
Like Wonder Guard?
Yeah.
That's an ability, not a move.
Well, yeah.
Only one Pokemon has that ability anyway.
Yes. Like something based off it like that, where you have to like strategize. You don't just full strength it. Let me just hit it with everything I got.
No, I agree with that, but it has to be more like I just would have a lot more coherent teams, not just I'm gonna have 3 electric types. Like I'm gonna have an electric type, maybe 2 of them because I'm more of an electric driven, fine. But then I'm also gonna have a ground type, or not a ground type, a grass type, so I can resist any water type moves that come my way, or maybe even a flying type to avoid ground damage. So,
well, imagine have a Pokemon who is a fire type, who's immune to water damage.
I mean, they have Pokemon like that. Mural has an ability, Grass Sipper, where it's basically immune to grass damage, and that's one of its weaknesses. And even, who else has abilities like that? There's more forms of ability like that where they're basically ruling out their weakness because of the type. Well, like what I'm saying is like the Pokemon just need to be more diverse. Like not just stick to like only one type. Like have separate types to like try and defend yourself. And no, this is supposed to be like for the last gym, not anything before that. Just only the last gym because it's the last gym. It's supposed to be harder.
What do you guys think about having the gym like enforce rules onto you? Like, for example, no items in battle. Like, if you try to use an item in battle, it either won't let you or you automatically lose. Or like, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know if they've done anything like that. That would actually be pretty interesting.
Yeah. Or, yeah. I think like stuff like that would be like very interesting because you have to like work the way around like your own restrictions.
Also, as I was saying, this guy has his Zapdos because he can, I guess, apparently. Just a random cool kid.
Hey, I like Zapdos.
I mean, Zapdos is good. Zapdos is actually really good in this generation, like stupidly good.
I don't like the design too much, but
Funny enough, there's an entire thing about people talking about how they didn't like the design. I'm like, I understand where they're coming from. I just don't care. I like it.
overall, it's a good Pokemon, but like, I think it's just too flat in my opinion.
That is literally what the guy said. It was too flat.
I do not know what you're talking about. This is just my opinion. All thoughts on my own. I have no idea what's going on.
That's a miss. What'll it do?
But yeah, no, I'm sorry from it. I like Zapdos design. I think it's cool as is. Sure, they could actually add some more definition to it to make it look less flat.
Yeah,
but I just like it as is.
I do like the contrast between it's a yellow and it's black though. Really nice.
Fireworks are flying in this battle. Here's a Pokemon tree.
You're using a water type on the electric Pokemon?
Yes, for one reason. Zapdos' weakness is ice.
Ah, that's fair.
And Starmie is faster.
Well, Zapdos was never that cool of a Pokemon.
He sure is cool now. But yeah, no, I like this idea where, like, basically in the stadium games, they're just giving random people legendary Pokemon. You have to battle against it. Like, they should do that more. Make those random ass trainers hard as shit. What you got to say, Dang?
I just say, like, I agree as far as that. Like, as far as legendary Pokemon shouldn't just be a one-off. Like, oh, there's only like one in the video game. But should be something where that species is a rare, legendary, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they technically do that, like with, I think Shaman in the anime was shown to be a Pokemon that just appears with a bunch of different Pokemon, and I think even Latios and Latias were said to have, like, multiple brothers and sisters that are all Latios and Latias. It's just, they try to centralize it only to Pokemon for some reason. It's just, I don't understand that.
You wish you can steal legendary from other people though. Like just be like Team Rocket, just beat them, take their Pokemon, and just run away. A Pokemon gang.
I mean, there's a game like that though.
But it's not all the Pokemon games.
You're not wrong. There's
I
two
want to
like
create
that.
my own criminal empire and start a war with like Pokemon China or Japan or something.
I think you're looking for like the new gun one that came out.
The new what?
The gun one. There was a Pokemon game where you were given a gun, you had to go shoot all the Pokemon up. It's not obviously actually made by Nintendo, but some fan person made it.
Reserve Pokemon.
Oh, see, that's just like animal cruelty. I want to hurt people with Pokemon.
Count is 3-1.
Big difference.
Isn't that human cruelty and also animal cruelty because you're forcing animals to attack people?
Hey, I'm only giving them trauma. Trauma will make them go stronger.
I don't.
For humans, I don't give a shit about that.
I don't think that's how that works.
Oh no, it's not how it works. But still, let me believe.
I guess you're allowed to believe. I actually forgot what Giovanni had. I know he has a Dugtrio, a Geno King, and something else. A Persian.
Oh, he had a Dugtrio. You're gonna get your ass kicked.
I know, I'm afraid.
This is it. The final gym.
Also, did you hear how he pronounced that shit?
How I pronounce it?
No, how he pronounced he's like Giovanni. I was like, the fuck?
Here's the first move.
So this is also run by Taurus is like slightly tanky, but the thing is, like with the round 1 version of Pokemon when you're fighting them, they're like weaker stat wise. But round 2 they buff their stats like no tomorrow, so they're closer to max. They actually take damage and actually do some like real hard hits. So
What'll it do?
this is like the difficulty they need to bring back, where like they have the first round, you know, semi-easy, a little bit harder as time progresses. And the second round, it's like guns come out of blazing.
The next Pokemon is being pressed.
But Game Freak's a bit too lazy to do that now.
Oh, it's Persian. This is a
Yeah.
fight between two.
You don't have to
different
heart in it
kinds of
anymore.
Pokemon.
I mean, I can't say anything about it. I haven't played in years, but still.
And the weak
There's nothing wrong with saying that,
down.
because it is the truth. They just kind of lost.
There's a
Yeah,
difference
it became
in the
like a
number of
formula
reserve
instead of like a
Pokemon.
passion project.
Pretty much.
Oh, it's Dugtrio. The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided. Right, that's serve. Perfect day.
Also, did you know Diglett have feet?
Down with one hit.
No,
That's
I
it.
did not know that.
So this is, for people who don't know, this is the actual factual evidence. If you go in, it's in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for like the Game Boy. There's a scene where you have to go protect or help a Diglett, and Magneton like lift him down from the air and land him onto the ground. And basically, when you're talking to the Diglett back at like HQ, Diglett straight up like, "Oh, my feet finally felt like they were like flying in the air when they were getting hanging." Everyone's like, "What?" Anyway, after with that note, Big Cat is signing out. Bye bye. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Bye.